two-piece McJiggities onto the gun, or since we're playing short, it's also the hijack. I raised to 30, the cutoff, button, small blind, and big blind seem to have a vendetta against me. They all call. One or more are likely implementing the revenge range that I advocate. We go 5 ways to a flop. There's no chance I'm going to win this. Comes 7-6-6 rainbow. Someone has to have a boat or quads or something ridiculous that has me beat. The small blind and big blind check. Despite feeling like I'm going to get check raised, I can't get myself to check because there's at least some chance that I'm best with an overpair, and if 4 opponents get to see a free turn, the likelihood of me winning will substantially diminish. I bet 60 into 150, proceeding carefully to narrow down the field. The cutoff folds. I'm glad to get through the first opponent. The button calls. That's unfortunate because at best I'll be playing the turn out of position. The small blind folds. The big blind calls. He started the hand with 300. He only has 210 behind. If he had trips, you'd think he'd jam. He still could have a boat and call though. We're down to 3 of us. The turn is the king of hearts. The big blind checks. My hand has been downgraded. I somewhat accomplished the flop bet goal of having fewer opponents. My new goal is to get the showdown as cheaply as possible. I check to see what the button does. He's not taking a free card. He bets 150. The big blind folds. Glad to have him out of there. I know that we don't have an overpair anymore. It still feels too early to give up. I bet small on the flop and could have gotten light calls from any number of hands that had draws or backdoor draws or holdings containing a 7 that now want to bluff at it or bet to potentially see where they're at. Not necessarily a good strategy, but if more players were good, a lot of us would have to quit. I'm getting just over 3 to 1 on a call. I need to win 25% of the time or more to make this profitable. I call, hoping to make it profitable 100% of the time this time. The river is the 9 of spades. A few straight draws get there. I check to the button. He's thinking about potentially doing something wild. Eventually, he checks back. I turn over our cards. The opponent takes a little time to digest the 2-piece McJiggities. It's shocking for everyone that they're best, yet somehow they are. I've now made a few calls in tough spots this session that ended up being correct, even though I don't expect them to be that often because they don't actually need to be when you're getting decent odds. We're running good.